Good morning, everybody. I have been waiting for the perfect morning to make my June garden video, and I do believe that today is that day. I'm gonna start over here like I did last time, just, I don't know, get you guys familiarized with the area. And over here is what I kind of call my pollinator corner, because this mountain mint and this bronze fennel both are loved by all the pollinators. And this bronze fennel is way above my head. I am like this tall and they just keep on going. I love these disc-shaped blooms. This is getting pretty close to the time where I will start cutting back the hyssop. I will cut them back. I think this one is excuse my mess. Had to bring in the big guns and get Braden to cut the mohawk off the top of the, well, I say that and now it's growing antennas. But I had to get Braden to clip all of the stuff off of the tippy top. But anyways, I think this hyssop is a little bit further along than the other one, so I will cut this one first. I kind of cut them incrementally, I guess you could call it. That way the pollinators aren't without that plant, because they really like it. Then over here on the other side, on both sides of baby girl, there is a, is that a, are you kidding me? How in the world did he get all the way up there? I'm sorry, little buddy. I know you tried like really hard. It's gross. Anyhow, over here is Peaches and Dreams. She doesn't really have like a perfect bloom right now. There's another critter. I do pop these old blooms off to let it keep producing more flowers. I'm just like, this thing is amazing, you guys. Anyways, I keep getting distracted by this fennel. There's also a mammoth magenta celosia back there, but it's not growing as tall and strong as the other ones. You'll see the other ones later. It's seemingly simple, I guess, but so beautiful. And you guys, I can't wait to show you. I'll put a clip in of how active it is during the day. Okay, you can see the cattle panel in the background. I am 5'5", and I'm just a little bit taller than that cattle panel, so you can see how tall Amaranth has got. This is magenta. I think that was it. No, burgundy Amaranth. And then there is a mammoth magenta celosia over here beside it. I'm not sure why it's curling in like that. A while back it was like moving away, because plants actually can like sense each other, and even though their roots may not be competing, they will kind of move away from each other in the air above ground. Look back there, squirrel. The geese are following Ziva around the pond. That's funny. So I really wanted the amaranth called Hot Biscuits, and it's so popular I haven't been able to get any. When I was purchasing seeds, they were sold out. But this one is called, what is it called? Alright, the name is eluding me. I'll have to look it up. But the you can see that some type of bug is eating it. I put the majority of these down at the bottom of the garden, and they just got destroyed. Anyhow, we've got cherry tomatoes going on. Some of these tomatoes were really small and stunted when I put them in, and they're just not doing so well. So it's a good thing that I have 4 rows of tomatoes. And then also with tomatoes, when I see stuff like this. I can't pull that one because that's actually in between the tomatoes. I will come in here and cut these yellow leaves off just to keep the plants clean, to extend the life of them and keep disease off of them. You can see over here that it is the day to come out here and harvest tomatoes. Got some black tomatoes over here. These are Black Beauty from Baker Creek. The seeds were from Baker Creek. This is a Berry's Crazy Cherry. It is a multiflora tomato, and they form in clusters more like grapes, where usually your cherry tomatoes will form like this. Typically. Over here, we have some perennial, you were cracking me up. Tom's gonna give the tour. Over here, we have a perennial Nicotiana. This comes back every year. You can't see, you have to go back 2 months to be able to see the holes because it's just covered up now. These zinnias were gifted, the seeds were gifted to me from a friend, and they were labeled as orange. And as you can see, is there even an orange one? No. But they are glorious. All right, over here is these first 3 dahlias came back from last year. This is Lady Darlene. This is her first bloom. It looks like it's gotten ate up, and the first bloom is always really red, but they get more yellow as the summer goes on. This is Moto Dahlia. I love how it has that green center. This is Tyrone Dahlia. All 3 of these, like I said, came back from last year. This is a new one. I got this one for Braden because this is called B-Man. They don't quite look like they were advertised, but I'm going to give it some time. This one is starting to look like it. They appeared to be a little bit more lavender and more white. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but, you know, looks like it's also going to have a green center. Over here by Tom is Tahoma Moonshot. Love this. Over here is Honka Dahlia. Oh, that one needs to come off too. Here's a good one. Tom. I love how perfect that center is. And this little beauty over here was called Pipsqueak. And this is Michaela Miranda. She doesn't really have like a perfect bloom right now. A lot of times it differs in color. Sometimes it's fairly purple, and then every once in a while she shoots out, ew, hope you're a good bug. Every once in a while she shoots out some white ones, white-ish. This is Bumble Rumble Dahlia, and this was one of my absolute favorites last year. I loved it so much that was the reason why I went ahead and ordered Pipsqueak. And I also saved seeds from the Bumble Rumble, and this was one of her babies. You can't see it because it's no good. Skipping back over here, I don't remember which dahlia this is. This is Moto Dahlia again because I dug that up and divided it in spring. This is another Tyrone. I also divided it from last year. Now here is one of Bumble Rumble's seedlings. This one was very, well, you can see right here. It's very like orange red. It's showing up on the camera red, but it's very orange. This is Mystic Illusions Dahlia. Back in here, there are a bunch of Roma tomatoes. They are a bush variety. They don't have to be grown on the trellis. They do have to be staked. Even though they're staked, they're still falling over. But like I said, I'm going to come out here midday and be harvesting these tomatoes today. Also, this dahlia hasn't bloomed. This is another seedling that hasn't bloomed. And this is one of Bumble Rumble's seedlings. It's got that perfect center, that really pretty color. And when they first open, they have little white collarettes on it. The clip dagga is starting to push its blooms, which is awesome because the sunflowers, I'm looking at the sunflower. The hummingbirds love this plant. One of the reasons why I went ahead and did the garden tour this morning was because of the sunflowers. Over here, I put the mammoth, or magenta, mammoth, celosia, mammoth, magenta, however you word that correctly. Last year, I did 3 of them right here, and the heads are, I mean, we're in the shade right now, but these, like, appear to glow in the sun. And these were the flowers that you could see from the furthest. You could see these flowers from furthest away. These flowers shined brighter from a distance than any other flower in the garden. So instead of putting 3 of them, the third one's back in here mingled with the Mexican sunflower. Oh, there's a 4th one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's 4 there instead of 3, and then I went ahead and put this other grouping of them. This one is taller than me already, so they get a lot bigger. Over here is the pepper patch, and I will be harvesting a few peppers today. We've got the Buena Mulata. This is a purple cayenne. There's some banana peppers. Here is the first ghost pepper. These seeds were from a friend. I don't really think I need to go over all the different pepper varieties, especially because most of them aren't formed yet. But this is, I don't know, one of my favorites. I hate to say it is my favorite. Let me pull a couple so you can see. These are variegated peppers, and so are the leaves. And it just makes it extra pretty. And if you go to Baker Creek Seeds, you can actually look at the story about how those seeds were saved. And the person who basically rescued, saved, whatever, the person who turned in the fish pepper seeds also turned in the purple cayenne. So their story goes kind of hand in hand. But if you will look at bakercreek.com or rareseeds.com, you can view the story of the Buena Mulata, and you can also view the story of the fish peppers. Looks like I've got lots and lots of bell peppers forming. I will show you this pepper. Is it ready? I'll just go ahead and pull it. Oh, it wasn't quite ready. This is a purple beauty. I have California Wonder bell peppers. They stay green. And then I have lots of browns and purples in the pepper garden. So over here I have 3 rows of tomatoes. They're not quite as happy as that first row. I did put my healthy, happiest, strongest plants over there to start with. I don't plant the whole garden in one sitting. It usually takes me a couple hours a day or more for about 2 weeks to get this garden planted. And I start my seeds in December or January. I'm gonna have to pull this whole zinnia. It has succumbed to something. I've got this really lovely coral fountain amaranth. It's really pretty in flower arrangements, but not at this size. But it is definitely gorgeous to look at. Look at this one over here. I like this like beading where the clumps are separated. I don't know if this amaranth is edible, but people do eat amaranth. It is a grain. I think I grew 4 types of amaranth. This is emerald tassel amaranth. It's also in the same family as the coral fountain. And the burgundy one, the burgundy and the brown one I showed you at the beginning. Ooh, is that a bad bug? Probably. So I did a whole row of clipdaga here. There was a squash. All of my squashes died this year. But this is a whole row of clipdaga for the hummingbirds. And then on the outside, there's flowers. These daisies came back from last year, and then I transplanted this black and blue salvia, which I didn't realize it had a clipdaga growing in it. I'm gonna have to cut that out, I do believe. On these arch trellises, this is loofah gourds, and you can see that they have made it over the top and they are forming their loofah gourds. You can actually eat them when they're small. Yeah, I guess at this size. They're very buttery. They're good, but I try not to eat too many seeds. Then I have several of these Ruby Moon hyacinth beans. These actually just straight up smell like beans. It smells like beans right now. I don't know if you guys know, but having a garden is a very aromatic experience. I have cucumbers. This one is red tea. These are the Chicago pickling cucumber. I'm not sure if there's more. I kind of thought I was about to lose these. Look, there's an orange zinnia. It's very lovely. And a little short row of the emerald tassel amaranth. This is a very coral-like zinnia. This one's really pretty. And a garlic that comes back every year. There was some squashes in here, and there also was birdhouse gourds, and they all died. This is a Kajari melon. They're very pretty. They turn orange when they're ripe, so it's very obvious. This is a swamp sunflower that I got at a plant sale with Gwen. Looks like I need to cut some of the clipdaga off. This is also very aggressive, so I don't think it's going to have an issue competing. Over here are the silver slicer cucumbers. Don't know if I have any on here. I really thought I was about to lose these plants, but they look good for now. I don't see, oh, right here. Oh, I've never seen this one do this. When you get weird cucumbers like this, it's just getting too hot for them. Cucumbers do not last all summer. So, but that is the color of the silver slicers. They're very pretty, and they have, I just throw my stuff in the yard and we mow it over. Just let it go back to the earth. But the silver slicer cucumbers do have a little bit of a sweet taste to them, which makes them great for making cucumber salad because you don't have to add sugar. All right, back here is the last row of tomatoes that are not looking very happy and healthy. Tomatoes are so finicky. I heard a girl say that it was actually comical that tomatoes even still exist because they have no will to survive. They just don't. Okay, it is actually another day. I was editing this video and I had just kind of stopped and didn't leave anything at the end, and just figured I would come in here with a conclusion and thank you guys for watching my videos and let you guys know that I noticed that I kind of turn the camera a little fast sometimes, and I'm gonna work on that. And also looks like I'm gonna be tying up lots of plants today. I'm so glad we finally got some rain. You can see now that the sunflowers don't look as pretty as they did the other day. I think it's like 3 or 4 days later. I'm not sure. But anyways, but thank you guys for watching my videos and let me know what is doing good in your garden, and I will hopefully show you guys my July garden tour, and maybe there will be even more dahlias to share with you guys. And something else that I wanted to add was I am going to be starting a whole another round of seeds because a lot of my tomatoes are looking not so happy and healthy, and as I start pulling them out, I think I'm just gonna put in another round of sunflowers. My growing season is long enough that I think I'm gonna be able to do that. Whoa, look at the size of this tomato. I need to pick that. That's a pretty big tomato. This is a Kellogg's breakfast. But anyways, I will talk to you guys soon and let you guys know how I'm dealing with trying to not have empty trellises once these tomatoes start going. Got to trim the roses, cut back some of the hyssop, and I'm also going to insert a clip of these yellow birds that have been getting on the hyssop. They're goldfinches? Yeah, goldfinches. I will be editing, uploading, and hopefully we'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye.